Well, hey, everybody, and welcome into the Brownwood Lions Coaches Show. It's a beautiful Wednesday, joined in the studio by Brownwood Lions head football coach, athletic director Sammy Burnett. How are you, Coach?
I'm great, Carl. How are you?
Things are wonderful in the Gap.
In the Gap, our Shaw's Marketplace.
And wonderful. We had Matt come in early this morning. I don't know if you heard him or not. Had some giveaways.
Well, I'm going to have to get on to Matt. I've given him a couple of Brownwood Lions caps, and I haven't got my Shaw's Marketplace cap yet. So
you need one. Take that, Matt.
Yeah, Matt.
Hey, he's heading off to San Diego this evening. Got some tryouts with some NFL teams.
Good deal.
Hope he makes it.
I got to speak with him a couple weeks ago, I guess, and we talked about that. Yeah. And he's always going to be ready to go.
Got his cleats ready.
Yep, he's going to be ready to go. He'll do well, too.
Been with 5 different teams, but hopefully
he's done well with 5 different teams.
He has.
We talked about that a little bit, too, and we talk about it all the time. It boggles my mind how he's gone and shown proven success over there. Every time he's had to perform, whether it be college or pros, he's performed, yet they're still teetering.
I know.
Doesn't make sense. Sometimes the way that they do things is
crazy.
Jaw-dropping.
The NFL, if you talk to anybody that's been a part of it or played, it is, man.
I'll give you an example. Forever.
It's crazy.
You know, everybody run the NFL-style offense. 2 tight ends, fullback, running back, and then all of a sudden high school coaches start innovating the spread offense, and it trickles into college, and finally it starts to get to the NFL, and they're geniuses. Well, why did it take you so long to be innovative? They don't think outside the box a lot in the NFL, and they continue to do stuff the old way instead of. And you got if you have to have a sheet that gives you all the measurements to determine who's athletic or not, and who can compete or who can perform under pressure, something's wrong with you.
I think sometimes the NFL, they're too stuck up, caught up on speed and stuff. Give me somebody that wants to go out there.
Who determined that if you're an offensive or defensive lineman, if you're not 6'3", you're not athletic and you can't play?
I agree. Absolutely.
I've asked those questions. What do you look for? Well, we look at their shoulder width. Okay, I can understand that because you can build a body off that frame, but they have to be 6'3". Why does a lineman have to be 6'3"?
Exactly. I agree. And you look at Jackson Shipley, 2 great training camps with the Cardinals. Led them in receiving, punt returns, gets cut right before the season both times. I mean, that guy could play for me any day. Amen. Great hands, runs around, may not be the fastest.
And has the measurable that they can't measure in its heart.
Exactly.
And I watched Dallas Cowboy, Hard Knocks of the Dallas Cowboys, and they talked specifically about that. Jerry Jones talked about it. If you could find a way to measure heart, and competitiveness, the draft would be easy. Well, what history shows that?
Right.
I mean, you don't kick for what Matt kicked for in college and the consistency, having every opportunity that he had to show up in the NFL with all those teams and the pressure that's put on him, knowing that he has to go out and perform or it's done. His window is this big. He's not a first-round draft pick where you can screw up for 4 years before they realize you're not worth a lick. And under that pressure situation, he's always come through.
He has.
That's sort of, you can measure that, can't you?
Yeah.
That's what does it. So I know we got off on that, but I wish Matt the best of luck, and I still believe I talked to him every time I see him and said, the Lord has a plan, don't give up on it.
Right.
And I still believe the Lord has greatness for him in that field. If not, it's in something else, but I think right now it's in that field, so I expect him to do extremely great things.
All right. Good luck, Matt, with your tryouts coming up this week. All right. We have a lot of things to talk about. Lady Lions and Lions, athletic-wise, had some action last night on the field at the Diamond.
Not tons of stuff, but we have some stuff.
Maybe a quarter ton.
Our Lady Lions softball team dropped their game to Stephenville 7-3. They're just going through some struggles right now. I don't want to mention certain things because I don't want to dip into people's private lives, but, we have some coaches that are going through some difficult times right now with family when it comes to health and things like that, and they're persevering through that. And but it all starts at the top, and like I said, doing great things under the circumstances we're at. But I remember a time, and I mentioned it before, when my mother passed away, and our kids built off of that. And in same lines, if you're struggling, the whole team's struggling, and they just hadn't found a way to bust through yet.
Yeah.
And they're still competing hard. They're playing hard. They're doing what they can. They got great leadership. They're just struggling right now, and such is life. I mean, you go through peaks and you go through valleys, but right now our softball team's in a valley, and we're going to support them and help them do everything they can to continue to have confidence and to grow. They are young and to get better. So that's what we're supposed to do, and that's what we're going to do. On the other side, the boys have been in that valley, and we've struggled, and we've all talked about it. You and I have had conversations about, boy, we're just not hitting our potential. We're not playing defense. We're not hitting the ball. Situational awareness is pitiful. And then all of a sudden, they get out of it, have a game, and they put it all together. Now their confidence is rising, and they're starting to stacking some wins upon wins. And I thoroughly expect them to go to Lampasas on Friday and do the same thing. Last night they won against Lampasas 7-3. They started off the first couple of innings looking like Ned in the first reader, boy. And I was like, man, I don't want to sit here all night and watch this. And
right.
I had to stand by Suckley for 7 innings, so that's bad enough.
Oh, I'm sorry
he kept
for you.
stealing my sunflower seeds and all
that.
What? Not really. We're friends. We shared sunflower seeds. And we had great conversation until our jaws got so sore eating sunflower seeds, then we gave them to Mr. Moore.
Oh, great.
So we passed them on to him. But no, I think it was the second, maybe the third inning, we woke up and had 6 hits and scored 5 runs. And, hitting is contagious. And I said that the other night against Glen Rose. We started hitting the ball. One person gets a hit, someone else compounds that and gets a hit. Next thing you know, everybody's hitting. It is contagious. Errors are contagious. Mental letdowns are contagious. We didn't have that kind of stuff last night. Had opportunities to let them back in the game. I thought Kyle Ivey pitched a great ball game.
Me too.
I thought he focused more when he had runners in scoring position and got out of some big binds. I thought he threw a lot more strikes. I thought he had more command of the strike zone last night than I've seen him have, which is very good. It's a great time to do that. I think going into Friday's game, just to let everybody know, our baseball team will be at Lampasas Friday at 7 o'clock. And I think we'll have Brand Sterner on the mound. That gives us another opportunity to hold them down run-wise and play good defense and maybe hit the ball. They're a good hitting team.
They are.
I think I heard going home on the radio show that you said something about they're only 3-14 or something.
3-14 now.
They are a much
better team.
That really surprises me because they are a much better team. I don't know what they're going through, but they're a good baseball team. They're a solid little baseball team. It's not like they don't have any athletes. They do. They have some very athletic kids. They have some good speed. They got good arms. I mean, their outfield showed it last night. They have some good arms, and they have good pitching that throws strikes, and they put the ball in place. So I don't know why they're stumping their toe a little bit, but they are. But they're better. They're a lot better than 3-14.
The little pitcher that pitched against us last night had the one bad inning. He's a lefty. He's a freshman. That kid's going to be pretty special.
Yeah. I was we're sitting there on the third base line down the fence, and Jerry Sims came up and visited with me, and me, Josh Little, Jerry Sims, and Stuckley were sitting there, and Mr. Moore blessed us with his presence for a while, and he said, you know what, that little kid reminds me of a young Jerry Dungley.
Yeah.
The way he has that high leg kick and drops that arm down there. I'm like, well, I wouldn't know Jerry because Jerry Don's older than I am, and I was probably a little bitty guy when he was that age. So there you go.
Scott kind of referred to that too.
That's
last
my punch
night.
on Jerry Don.
There you go.
I play golf with Jerry Don, and I'm horrible, and he's good, so he talks smack to me all the time. So I got to give a little back.
Yeah. Anyway, as you said, at Lampasas Friday night, 7 o'clock.
Lampasas Friday night, 7 o'clock.
Gavin Brandstetter will be on the mound.
Yep, the girls will be at Glen Rose at 5 and 6:30 on Friday as well.
Yeah, the girls start the second round of district. They're 0-4. They need a victory, and Glen Rose is a solid ball team.
Yes, they are.
Anyway, 6:30 for them, 7 o'clock for the guys. Come on out and support these Lady Lions and Lions on Friday night. Hey, the Lions win. We're back to 4 even in district play.
And sitting third right now.
We are.
I thoroughly expect, and this is what I mean. We should finish second at worst. I think
we can beat Gatesville.
Yep,
we've already have.
Yep, we can beat them. We can beat Lampasas. We can beat Stephenville.
We've got Gatesville twice next week.
Yep. So we just need to keep on keeping on, keep growing, do what we got to do to get W's.
And I like what you said about Kyle Ivey. He's a senior, one of our few seniors on the team, just chunking strikes last night. Only walked 2 batters, struck out 7. Had some good defense behind him, and good win for the Lions last night over a good Lampasas team.
Yep. Also wanted to mention in girls basketball, Tessa Goodwin has received the Texas Girls Coach Association All-State Honors. She also was a Texas TABC All-Region basketball player. So congratulations to Tessa Goodwin. She's a great young lady for those accolades. I think we're going to wind up getting some girls for Academic All-State for Texas Girls Coach Association. So once I get those in, I'll get that to you. But anytime we have an athlete that can reach the All-State level, or the regional level, I think that's a big deal. So congratulations to Tessa.
Amen. Now, you already mentioned baseball, softball. That's pretty much it. But next week is going to be a busy week.
Yeah, let's see. Next week is the 11th week. Is that right? The 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th. Well, 11th and 12th will be at Gatesville. So I'm going to try to be here to do the radio show on Monday. Tuesday, Wednesday, I'll be traveling to Lubbock. So we may be to do that in the car in the evening. I can give you into the district meet report probably. Sure. Going to Lubbock so Monday, Tuesday's district track. Wednesday and Thursdays regional tennis in Lubbock. I'll come back Thursday. We'll do a little football, and then Friday we're hosting the area track meeting here at Gordonwood Stadium. Again, if you want to volunteer, community members want to volunteer, call Lisa Hossel at the high school athletic office. 325-646-0703. Myself or Andy Howard will get you on the list to do something. Again, my pitch was to the area and to the district, if you'll allow us to host, we'll provide workers and show you how it's done and treat you right. And I still want to do that, and they're coming because of that. So let's show them how we do things in Brownwood, Texas. If you want to volunteer, please do so.
There you go. So busy week next week. Then the week after that, we have golf.
We're going to leave Easter Sunday.
Yeah.
We're going to go to Lubbock. We're going to play a practice round. Then we're going to start on Monday with the boys. They'll finish on Tuesday. I'll stay over Wednesday and watch the girls. Wednesday, Thursday. I'm getting a little far along in my week. Friday, I don't think we have anything. Baseball, softball, but that's a little too. I don't look that far. It's
that's
hard for me to
way down
look,
too far.
I gotta go week by week and day by day. So no, but we have a lot of and then after that, once we get back from that week of regional golf, then I go back again for a regional track the next Friday, Saturday. So, but it's good. I mean, anytime that you're advancing to the regional meets, I think it's huge. I think we have a great opportunity in track, boys and girls, to get some people out and get to the regional meet.
Right.
Our tennis team is the 13th and 14th. They got, a good handful of kids. Not only do they have a singles player, they have a mixed doubles, they have a girls doubles, and our boys doubles probably in the alternate. But we have a great mixture of kids playing in all varieties of events. So, and that's also a testament to Coach Blasek and her putting those kids in the right spot to go out there and be successful. But I'm looking forward to that as well.
All right. NASCAR Sunday, where are they racing? It's
going to be Martinsville.
Martinsville. And who wins?
That'll be Kyle Busch.
Yeah, I know.
Kyle Larson.
I'm going, since Denny won last week, let me change. I'm going with Chase Elliott.
No, Chase Elliott's a road track. Short track's going to be.
Well, forget it then.
Short track.
I'm going with A.J. Allmendinger.
No, he's a road course. You either need to stay with Hamlin or go with Martin Truex.
Denny Hamlin.
He's not listening.
You told me to stay with Hamlin.
You either stay with Hamlin or go with Martin Truex. Martin Truex did good the other night, but they're both good short track racers.
All right, Martin Truex is my man.
They're both with Joe Gibbs Racing. So.
There you go. All right. Who do you like, Derek?
Tiger Woods.
I like Tiger Woods.
That leads us to another subject. The Masters this weekend. Tiger is playing. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think he ought to play. I watch his comebacks and all that, and I think about all the things that he's done to come back and to get to that elite level. And then in the same lines, I think if you quit making stupid decisions, you wouldn't have to make these comebacks. Now, the knee and all that kind of stuff, that happened. Right. That was an injury, athletic injuries, a phenomenal athlete. But the car wreck and all that, I'm glad he's getting to come back because I want to see Tiger play until he's in his golden years. But for him to come back is a big deal. But, man, I'm thinking, be a little bit smarter.
Right.
Sometimes I guess you can feel invincible, and I can imagine why he could feel that way. But I love watching Tiger. I love the competitiveness it brings to the game. But I am a Tiger Woods fan. There's no doubt about that.
All right.
He is a competitive dude.
But who do you think's going to win?
Can't tell you that.
Okay.
Have to say that. You'll try to steal my pick.
I know that. All right.
Not happening. I think
you're part of our little pool here.
Yeah. The winner is going to be Fred Couples.
I thought you were going to say Fred Funk.
Oh, Fred! I like Fred.
I do too. Isn't he a fun guy?
Yeah, little short guy. He bounced around.
Always
that kind of energy.
High-fiving the fans as he goes along.
He has to high-five them because if he's short, a regular five will be down to their knees.
Yeah, I love people like that.
Yeah, I like Fred Funk.
I would love to be at a tournament where he plays in sometime.
Yeah, I'd like to play against him.
All right, bring on. Hey, Fred, come to Brownwood.
No, I mean, I'd like to be at the level that I could play against.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Say that.
All right. Hey, a great show today. Did we miss anything?
Yeah, I just wanted to mention we are starting our 7-on-7 stuff. We're out there and we're at our last phase of off season, where we put in some spring sports activities, also sending other sports to their coaches during those days to work on their skill sets in basketball and soccer and those kind of things. But we'll start our 7-on-7 Monday league. Those are every Monday in May. Those do change just a little bit. Sometimes it's a Tuesday or whatever based on graduations and things like that, or holidays, but we will do that in Monday. We're starting to get people to commit to that. We may have 3 or 4 teams. We may have 7, just depends on who commits. But anytime somebody wants to come over, whether it's one team and we play a couple of games or whether it's 4 or 5, then that's what we'll do. But we do have some commitments from some schools around. But also wanted to mention that our 7-on-7 state qualifying starts May the 14th in Ponder. So we'll travel to Ponder and try to qualify there. If not there, on the 28th, we'll go to Burnett. And then we'll host on June the 4th. June the 4th, we'll be here at Brownwood. We'll host that at the high school and at the stadium. And then on the 13th, we'll go to Jim Ned. And then June the 23rd and 24th will be our Division State championship at College Station. So we'll do what we can to try to qualify for one of those dates. And if so, we'll go to College Station. If we don't, we'll go win a state championship.
All right, 7-on-7, almost here, y'all. Little football in May.
That was my jab on 7-on-7 stuff right
I
there.
heard that. Yeah.
I like 7-on-7 when we're out there practicing, but I don't care much about qualifiers.
All right, I'm going to put you on the spot right here. We were reading a survey the other day about Americans and how they feel about youth tackle football. We're talking 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th graders before junior high. We've had a couple of coaches here that adamantly against tackle football for kids that age. So what do you think?
I think flag football is the way to go.
There you go.
I grew up on flag football. I got to play it when back where we're going to now with this neighborhood, campus neighborhood stuff, where I lived out at the lake, so I went to Northwest. We had Coggin. We had South at the time. There was no East, and we had Woodland Heights, and everybody, I can still tell you the colors and the mascots. Right. And we had a league, and we played each other in flag football in 5th and 6th grade, and that's when it started. So I got to play in the 4th grade on the 5th grade team, so that was neat. So matter of fact, my first football coach, I said all the time, was James Ray Williams.
Oh, wow.
First football coach, Northwest Elementary. He's the one that let me play as a 4th grader on the 5th grade team. So we went to O-Line Stadium and played over there. We had some old knucklehead helmets, looked like Earl Campbell when his in high school, and Mitch Moore, I don't know where he got it, but Mitch Moore had a University of Texas helmet that had the nice face mask and everything. And after his game, he'd always let me wear his helmet, so I felt so good. But we started on flag football, and I think that's the way to go. I don't think football's a sport that you start kids young. I think their bodies have to develop, their growth plates have to develop. Their bones aren't as developed as they ought to be. I love football. I think it's a great sport. I think it can make you a fine athlete. I think it teaches you what you need to be competitive, to face a little adversity, knowing that there's going to be a little violence, you know, and how do you face that, and how are you going to attack that? And I think that builds a great foundation for life. And, you know, that's my pitch to kids that tell me they want to play a single sport. I mean, I don't think there's another sport out there you can learn to be as competitive as you can in football. So I condone it, and but I don't condone youth football. I just don't. My great example, my stepson Christian was a good athlete. His father put him in youth football when he was little, and he was scared to death.
Oh, wow.
And of course you're going to go against that guy that weighs 60, 70 more pounds.
You know,
and
that's it.
They're developed and they get pummeled.
Exactly.
And from that point on, he just wasn't as physical as he could have been because he learned that fear early. And I just don't, if I had one of my own, you know, Christian's my stepson, I love him, but if I had my own, I wouldn't allow it. And I preached at the time, don't do it. So I'm a big advocate of flag football. They'll get their time. They'll get their time, and if they go learn to love the game and not to fear it, they'll be better in the future for it. But there's a lot of kids that play youth sports that I never get to see or never get to coach because of the fear they have for it because they weren't ready for it when they were young.
All right. Most of America agrees with you on that survey, by the way.
So
We have
sorry
a great
for
flag.
opening that can of
No.
worms. I'm pretty adamant about that.
We have a great flag football league here. Jerry Don Gleaton heads that up. 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th graders, and it's a great league.
Jerry Don knows what he's doing.
He does know what he's doing. There's no doubt about that. All right, great stuff. Appreciate your input on that. Anything else, Coach?
Thank those that make this show possible. Auto Glass Magic, Bruner Auto Group, Syntex Body and Paint, Syntex Equipment Sales, Citizens National Bank, Dan Hill Containers, Dr. Bon Young, Dr. Pepper Bottling Company, Edward Jones Investments, Hendrick Medical, Howry Enterprises, Humphrey Peets, Landmark Life, MC Bank, Painter and Johnson Associates, Smith and Sharp Agencies, Sonic Drive-In, Stanley Chrysler, Texas Bank, The Real Talk with Chad Valdez Podcast, Weldon and Wilson Electric, Western Bank, and Willie's Teas.
Coach, thank you. We'll see you out and about the next few days.
Oh my goodness!
What they call that? There's Derek in the shuffle, the Super Bowl shuffle by the 85
I like your
Bears.
headband. Yeah, we're not here looking for trouble. We're just here to do the Super Bowl shuffle. That was back in my day.
Oh man!
Look at Stuckley.
Oh man! Hey, he's wearing the same shirt today that he wore doing that.
No, that's not the same shirt.
Is it not?
No, that's got red in it.
And burn it on his headband.
That's Burnett, not Burnett. It's got two teeth.
I thought he was paying homage to the Burnett Bulldog football team.
That's funny. I look more like Refrigerator Perry.
Oh man, that's cool stuff right there. Thank you, Star, for giving us a laugh.
If you don't know what we're talking about, you better see the video.
That's right. Oh man, that's good.
That boy's crazy.
I'm mesmerized by. Oh man, Derek, look at them moves. Y'all not watching the video, you're missing this. Okay.
Yes,
If you're listening to the audio, go back and watch the video of this show.
Have a great day, Brownwood.
Brownwood Lions head football coach, athletic director Sammy Burnett on the Coaches Show every Monday and Wednesday here at KOXE 101.3 and video streamed at KOXE.com.
That was funny.